Welcome to Tansson TV Plus. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Mom.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yep, thank you for joining with us again.
We always love doing this. And Mom, how are you doing heading to the holiday season?
Brandon, I am doing great. You're right. The holiday seasons are coming upon us, and getting looking forward to doing my shopping and getting things taken care of.
Well, Mom, that sounds great. And what else do we have excited planned?
Yeah, for this month, we are working on having holiday specials throughout the month.
Well, I'm excited for it. So, Mom, what are we going to do in today's?
All right, today we're concentrating today on just a regular TV show. Unlike our other shows, when we talk about the first episode, during this month of December, we'll be talking about just shows that have a holiday theme. And so we're going to first tackle Perfect Strangers. And Brandon, if you'll it's in season 2, and it's called A Christmas Story.
Yes, and this released December 17th of 1986.
Yes, it did. All right. Like you said, Brandon, this one was aired on December 17th of 1986, and it is called A Christmas Story. And in this particular episode, Balky and Larry are getting ready to celebrate the holidays. They are looking forward to going to Madison, Wisconsin, which is where Larry's family's from. Balky is going to join him because he's not able to go to Meepos for this holiday season, and so he is looking forward to spending time with Larry's family. They later find out that a blizzard has come into town, and therefore the airports are closed. They're not able to drive. They're not able to take a bus. They are there, and they are just have to spend the holidays at home. Larry is not that happy about it, and Balky does everything he can to try to make it up to him and to God try to give him to bring the holiday spirit back. And so that is this episode of Perfect Strangers.
Well, Mom, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome, Brandon.
And overall, what did you think about this holiday episode?
Uh, Brandon, I know I say this a lot. It was just a cutesy episode. I liked it because it really just centered around the core characters. Yes, there were some other characters in there, but for the most part, this centered around the core characters. And it went down to the heart of the series. And just watching the interaction between Larry and Balky is very nice to see. And so it also brought about, of course, that holiday spirit that people are looking for.
Yes, it definitely did that. And I think a particular strength of this episode is how it's able to, as I feel all holiday episodes do, it's able to take the lesson learned at the beginning of the episode and relay it back at the end with sort of a flip. Whereas in this case, Larry was telling Balky that, yeah, expect change. Things are different now. And then Balky's like, going to have to teach that same thing to Larry by the end.
Yeah, very, very true. That lesson is taught there. That's one of the things we kind of noticed in a lot of the holiday shows. There's a lesson there.
Yes. And so overall, I mean, did you remember this episode heading into it? Or, like, what were your thoughts about the overall episode?
Yes, actually, Brandon, I did, but my memory goes back to, I think, when it originally aired. And so I do remember the episode when it aired. What stands out for me most about this episode is when Larry talks about being the Christmas boy, meaning that it was his turn to pass out the gifts. I do remember that from 1986. But that stood out in this particular episode. And Larry came from a large family, and so it was just his turn to pass out the gifts.
And he has to wait another 9 years now.
Yes, he does, and he lit up when Balky kind of mentioned to him that he could pass out the gifts first, just between the two of them.
Yes, I definitely think that's a highlight of this episode.
It is. It is. It's a small thing, but yes.
Mom, is there anything else that stands out within this episode?
Well, what also stands out, of course, is the tree. We talked about when we kind of talked about Christmas episodes, I think a year or so ago. We talked about that, of course, the tree is there. And typically it's either much larger than it should be or it's a Charlie Brown tree. It's not really anything in between. It's either one extreme or the other. So this time we saw the Charlie Brown tree. and what they did to kind of make it kind of come to life. And so, of course, that's a nice connection there because we did talk about Charlie Brown's Christmas years ago. And so, that's one of the things that kind of stands out in the episode is that the tree does kind of come to life later in the episode.
Yes, it certainly does. Um, yeah, and I think that sort of the way that it not only yeah, it's all able to be all decorated, but that it sort of lights up on their own on its own. It definitely feels reminiscent of many of these holiday specials.
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. And Brandon, did you like the episode?
Oh, of course, I like the episode. I mean, it's definitely an enjoyable episode. I've only seen it a few times, but I will say I practically haven't memorized at this point. And so it's certainly a fun episode, and it makes you wonder: will they ever make it over to Madison, Wisconsin?
It does. It does. And Brandon, do like to rate the episodes 1 to 5, 5 being the highest. I gave this one a 3, and I know even though I liked it, it was. I mean, the episode was just okay. It was very enjoyable to watch, so it just kind of came in the middle for me as for episodes.
And Mom, I'm definitely going to have to agree to it. I feel like Christmas episodes always are in an interesting spot where they're made to be a little bit, you know, happy and cheery and a little cheesy. But I mean, that's why we like them, right?
It is why we like them. It is. And we'd love to hear from you guys. Are there particular Christmas episodes you think that we should watch? Just let us know in the comments. We're exploring, we've got some ideas about some episodes that will be coming forward. And also we're going to look at some movies too.
Yes, definitely. Mom, we do have a connection.
And what are our connections, Brandon?
So our connection is with the director, Joel Zwick.
All right. Tell me about Joel.
Okay, so we've spoken about his work on a few different specials that or episodes that we've done. This includes the first episodes of Webster, Perfect Strangers, Full House, Hang with Mr. Cooper, and Family Matters.
Wow. That's a lot. We've talked about a lot of shows, Brand.
Yes, definitely. And so he's one of the most prominent directors of Perfect Strangers as well. I believe largely doing the first 7 seasons.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's incredible. And Perfect Strangers, just for you guys to know, is one of my favorite shows that I like, and so it's always nice to find an episode here that we could talk about.
Yes, definitely is. And we spoke about this connection last time, but of course, the theme song is composed by Jesse Frederick, who also does Family Matters, Step by Step, and Full House.
Yep, and I absolutely love the theme song to Perfect Strangers.
Definitely, and of course, produced by Miller Boyette and written by, yes, and definitely it's produced by Miller Boyette, and then most of the episodes of the series are developed by Bickley and Warren.
Yes, that is true. That's true. All right, Brad. Anything else that you want to talk about for Perfect Strangers?
Mom, I think that is it for me.
All righty. Well, we thank everybody for watching today.
And we look forward to seeing you next time.
All right. Have a great day, everybody.